Digital marketing is all about connecting you with people who are looking for you online right now. Somebody right now is keying in your keywords and your location, and if you're not coming up in the searches, then you're going to be missing out on the sales opportunity, and your chances are your competitors are going to be stealing a march on you. We tend to look at web traffic as being like a funnel shape. So if you can imagine, there's lots of different ways of driving traffic to your website. Google AdWords, social media, SEO, email marketing and that kind of thing, all driving traffic to your website. What we do at AIM is we measure the conversion in terms of what you get in sales, but most importantly what you get in terms of margin. We're very focused on making sure that you're getting a return on your investment. Our formula at AIM Internet is looking at your growth. Initially, does your website reflect your business? Very often you're so close to your own company on your own website, you're not looking at whether it's reflecting the products which have the most margin for you. And also we've noticed that there's a definite correlation between an increase in the traffic to your website results in an increase in your sales as well. We look at how to drive the traffic to the best area of margin for you. We test and measure everything. If you measure, you get better results, so we're very much focused on analytics and measurement. First thing we'd look at is the website. If you think about your homepage, does it tell you who you are, what you do, why I should use you? Do you have any accreditations that you want to shout about on the website? Are there any calls to action? The navigation needs to be clear, good professional imagery, and also a value proposition. We also look at drilling down in terms of the keywords, so the more narrow you can be in your target within digital marketing, the more results you'll get. People don't want to work out what you do. When they land on your homepage, you have about 6 to 8 seconds where you'll find they'll decide whether they want to transact with you or not. Mobile friendly. Your website has to work on mobile now. It's one of the most important features of a website. It has to be mobile friendly. We use analytics and Search Console. Analytics shows you the amount of traffic you get into the website, where it's come from, how long people have been on the website. Search Console goes deeper than that with Google Analytics. It shows you page by page what Google thinks your website is saying, but also it recommends keywords on each page that you should be using to promote the page further on. We have a certain list of activities here which we do as a standard as our marketing strategy, but Google and the internet is constantly changing. The latest thing with Google is site speed. If your site's not performing quickly enough, it'll penalise you. So we're always ahead of what's going on with the internet. Competitors, there's lots of software available. It helps us to track what your competitors are doing. So for example, what's your core proposition compared to your competitors? Are you coming up or are your competitors? Because if they're coming up and not you, then obviously they're going to be stealing business from you. The competitor software we use is really good as well. It shows you typically what your competitors are spending, whether it's SEO or paid for. It tells you the traffic trends, what keywords are best for them, who their competitors are. In terms of growth, we always sit down with a client initially and look at where the margin is in the business. You can't be everything to everybody, so if we can focus on the margin area of your business, measure what we're doing. If you've got any spend with marketing, it's important that you're measuring the results. So we look at where the margin is in the business for you. AdWords, so if you've got a product you want to promote, we will look at what your competitors are spending online to promote that, and if you want to get ahead of them, it's a bit like an auction really, we'll manage that for you. We always refer to reports. Gives a comparison to pay per click against the organic, which is the SEO. And we find that if you do the two together, the one complements the other and you tend to get better results. If somebody comes onto your website and goes away again, we can follow them around the internet with a series of banner ads. We find that that works really, really well now in business. If somebody's been on their website, they've expressed an interest by being there, and by following them around, it makes it look like they've got a big marketing budget and it reminds people that they're there. Display advertising, we can target local press, we can target industry publications, so we can target competitor sites. If you have a competitor that you want to target, we can get the traffic that's been to their website and we can start to show them ads for your own business. If you're exhibiting or any of your clients are exhibiting, we can track people who've been onto the exhibition websites to register for the exhibition. We can start showing adverts for you there. Social media, it's important that you focus on having the website showing your social media. Social media is really an online conversation which you need to be a part of. If people are talking about you or your company, if they're saying good things, then that's great, you can go in and add to the comments. If they're saying bad things, you need to go in and either defend yourself or, hands up, we've made a mistake, we'll fix it. There are loads of social media platforms. We focus on the top ones, which are obviously Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Instagram, and also blogging. Blogging is really important in terms of on-page SEO, which is where you would take a keyword on your website, make sure that it's set in the right place on each page, and then you start driving blog content to those pages. We've also found, interestingly, that having the ad at the top of the page will give you a certain percentage click-through, maybe a 5% click-through. Having an organic listing there will give you maybe a 10% click-through, but having the two together and the organic listing goes up quite a lot to maybe 25%. It's quite important that you're dominating that space. And a Google statistic is that companies who blog at least once per week get an average of 67% increase in sales, not just in inquiries. Our growth strategy: where's the margin in your business? Align your website with your marketing strategy. Use different methods to drive traffic. Market by your keywords and location. Test and measure, use Google Analytics. What we say is allocate a certain percentage of your turnover to your marketing to increase your sales. And then you should see an increase in your sales in line with your site visits.